after the disaster of the journey to Rhosgobel with that blinking eagle, we're now at the hills of Emyn Muil. This one's a very unpopular quest. To be honest, my deck's pretty good for it, but there's the big problem that there's about 6 cards in the deck that deal damage to either exhausted or committed to the quest characters, and those sort of cards are absolute hell for little 3-point Eowyn, 3 hit point Eowyn, especially when I have no healing. So I have a feeling that this one's either going to go really well or really, really badly. So let's do the starting hand and then let's have a look at the quest. So, there we go. A test of will, cancel the when revealed effects. Anti-treachery. Hard not to keep this stand and fight. Love it. Lorien Guide. Going to be very good in this situation. Ever Vigilant. Could be good. Faramir. Very nice. And Longbeard Orc Slayer. Unfortunately, I didn't get the number 1 card you want to see in this. This quest may as well be called a Northern Tracker for how good he is in it. But, right, I'll stick with those cards because especially that anti-treachery is going to be massive. So, the Hills of Emyn Muil, imaginatively titled The Hills of Emyn Muil. The hunt for Gollum has led you to the south, and you are now approaching Rouse Falls and the nearby hills of Emyn Muil. Set up, search the encounter deck for Amon Hen and Amon Law, and add them to the staging area, then shuffle the encounter deck. We'll have a look at those in a second. You are certain that Gollum has fled to this area, and you must explore until you have found the fresh trail. Forced, if there are no location cards in the staging area, the first treachery card revealed during the quest phase gains Surge. Players cannot defeat this stage unless there are no Emyn Muil locations in play, and they have completed at least 20 victory points. And it's only 1 progress, so if we have a look at the 2 locations that start, Amon Hen, good thing we've got no Boromir, spoilers, is threat X, 5 progress. X is double the number of players in the game, so it's 2 threat. While Amon Hen is the active location, players cannot play events, and it has 5 victory points. And then Amon Law, exactly the same threat and progress. While Amon Hen is the active location, treat all attachments as if their printed text boxes were blank. Again, 5 victory points. So there's 10 off the bat, but there's 4 threat lurking there. 29 starting threat, round 1, first turn resource for each of these lovely people. And a card, the Dunedain Watcher. Right, well, I absolutely must leave Eowyn with a resource for Test of Will. None of my other allies are cheap enough to afford, so let's go. Give the resource to Aragorn. Aragorn readies. The Outer Ridge, 2 threat, 2 progress, required Emyn Muil, victory points 2, while the Outer Ridge is the active location. Each location staging area gets +1 threat. Ouch! So that's 2, 4, 6. We are 2, 4, 2, 6, 7. 1 progress goes onto the Hills of Emyn Muil, which is exactly what we needed. Travel, I think Amon Law, the one that gets rid of the attachment. Attachment text is blank. That one could be really unpleasant if we see Steward of Gondor and the like. So let's try and get that out of the way early. So that's the first turn done. Thread up by 1. Turn 2. A resource for everyone. Add a card. Sneak attack. Yes, yes, yes. Ooh. Sneak attack and ever vigilant. Heaven help me. If I see Gandalf, I will jump for joy. He will do some serious damage with that combination. Alright, still need to leave a resource on Eowyn, the Test of Will, so can't spend anything from her. The boys have got enough to get Faramir out, and that seems like a good bet. So, could possibly think about sneak attacking him, but I'd kick myself if I drew a Gandalf. So, right then, so there's Faramir, and Faramir's going to have that flexibility where he's not going to have to go on the quest. And then if we need the boost, if there's no enemies to worry about, he can exhaust and boost everyone up. So questing, all the tea parties going. Resource to Aragorn. Aragorn spends to ready. Top card. The Rouse Falls. Oh, that's where we are. 2 threat, 4 progress. While Rouse Falls is the active location, All characters must commit to the quest during the quest phase. Ouch. Forced effect 6 there. That's 2, 6, 7. Faramir exhausts. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10 against 6. That's 4 progress. Irritatingly 1 off. Finishing Amon Law, which would have let us travel to somewhere else and would have reduced the build-up we've got here. That's irritating. Okay, everyone comes back. Thread up by 1. Goes to round 3. Gosh, that was very, very irritating that we couldn't get that in time. New card, Dunedain Quest. Could be pretty helpful this time. Okay, well, let's chuck down that Dunedain Quest right away. I'm worried that Eowyn's not always going to be questing, actually, because if she gets wounded, do I hold her back? I feel like Aragorn's always going to be questing. So let's go with Aragorn instead. Now, she's got enough resources. But unfortunately, Lorien Guide is 3. I cannot risk not having Test of Will. Interestingly, I wonder if I could use Ever Vigilant to stack Faramir's effects. That's something to consider. Right then, questing. Everyone's going. Give the resource to Aragorn. Aragorn spends it to ready. Slick Footing. Hazard. When revealed, remove 1 progress token from each location in play, then discard the top card of each player's deck. For each progress token removed by this effect. Well, so that's 1 progress lost. I'm not using Test of Will on that. Discard the top card. It was... no! Gandalf slick-footed into the river when I had the ever-vigilant sneak attack combo. Agonising. 6 here. That's 7. 8. Exhaust Faramir. 9, 10, 11. 11 minus 6 is more than enough to finish Amon Law. 11 minus 6 is 5. 2 more onto Amon Law. And then that's 3 that bleeds over there. Amon Law's done and out. That's 5 victory points. Right, travel. Don't want the Rouse Falls. Don't want the Outer Ridge. Amon Hen is going to get rid of my Dunedain Quest. But is that really going to be the end of the world? Probably not. Difficult decisions, difficult decisions. I feel like the Outer Ridge could be done through other card effects. Rouse Falls is pretty heavy, but he's going to mitigate some of my Faramir. I think Rouse Falls, while there aren't many enemies in play, might be an idea. Gosh, as if we lost that Gandalf. Damn you, Slick Footing. It's too much to hope for another Gandalf. Got a lot of standing and fighting. Right. Resources, 1, 1, 1. Eowyn's finally at the stage where she can afford to play the ally in her hand. Well, Lorien Guide. And every ally gets so much better with Faramir on the table. Although Faramir has to commit to the quest. Ooh. Interesting. Interesting. When does the timing on the quest phase? I wonder if, looking at the Ye Olde rulebook, if Faramir could exhaust before the quest phase. I wonder if I could exhaust Faramir first, since there is an action window. Let's see. You know, I think I might be able to play something before. That's tricky. I probably shouldn't manipulate it just in case I'm wrong. But I do think I might be able to exhaust Faramir, which would be worth 4 spirit, rather than just the 2 he'd contribute by going himself. 2 from leadership doesn't get me anything to play unless I wanted to sneak attack, and I could always hold out for another Gandalf. If it's round 4, I think I might have forgotten to put my thread up. Right. So questing, the usual gang's going, give, spend. Well, actually, they all have to go, don't they, because of Rouse Falls. Evil Storm, deal 1 damage to each character controlled by each player with a threat of 35 or higher. Whew, very fortunate there. So that's 1, 5, plus 3, 8, 10, 11, minus 4 is 7. So that's 3 onto there, and then 4 bleed over. Travel. You know, this is probably going to be the best time to go to the Outer Ridge because there's only one thing there. That puts us on 8 victory points. Should I go for Amon? No. This is going to be a good chance. There aren't many locations at the moment. So everyone comes back. Thread up by 1. Round 5. That's a card. Galadrim's greetings. Always happy to see you. I'm not sure that that's how they advertise themselves, but there we go. Right, let's get a Dunedain Watcher out there. And let's save up for Galadrim's greetings / got to keep those resources around for Test of Will, for one of those horrible treacheries. Right, now there's not as much that needs to be done this time. Theodred's going, Eowyn's going, Aragorn's going, spends a resource to ready, and the Lorien Guide's going. There's a 2 in there, so Lorien Guide and Theodred to take care of that, which means we've got 7 cover. We don't need any spillover. I'll leave it at that. We've still got Faramir as backup. Rock Slide. Deal 2 damage to each character committed to this quest. I think this is the time. A Test of Will. Not ignore, cancel the one revealed text. Because I don't want 2 damage. That's horrific. Whoa! I don't want 2. I just had a card slide rather than a rock slide. So, a 1 progress went from the Lorien Guide. That's more than enough to completely smash the Outer Ridge. Oh no, it's 3. It is 3 there. So that would be Aragorn. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over. So that's 1 on there, and then 5 more on there. I mean, I don't even think the Misty Mountain Goblins or anything that removes progress are in the game, but why not check them on? Just shows how much walking we've done. I could have even exhausted Faramir for a bit more of the push. Right then, we'll travel to Alonhen. So, cannot play events. Oh, well, that works out well. We just play Test of Will. So, thread up by 1. So, we're now at danger levels for those 35 or higher shadows. Resource. Card. Celebrian Stone. Oh, that is good news. Because... we can't play events. Damn it. I was just about to say, if we could play events, could have played Galadrim's Greetings and got us out of that danger area. Because of Amon, and we can't. That's a shame. Still, Celebrian Stone, a lot of questing, gives the flexibility of the Sphere spend. Definitely one of the cards I always most want to see. Right, so there's nothing in the area. We're up to 10 victory points. Give to Aragorn, Aragorn spends to ready. Lorien Guide goes. I'll keep back the Dunedain Watcher. Because there's nothing there, and we only need 4 to finish this. Ooh. Hello. Impassable Chasm. Hazard. When revealed, if there is an active location, remove all progress from that location and return it to the staging area. If no location is moved by this effect, this card gains Surge. Well, that's a real shame. Because now we can't... So we put an absolute bucket. I mean, there's no point adding any more. We put an absolute bucket onto that area. Before the travel phase, we'll play Galadrim's Greetings and lower this threat by 6. Get me out of that danger area for the other treacheries. Then we'll travel to Amonhen. Right. Okay. Everyone readies. Threat up by 1. It's a card. Another Dunedain Watcher. Those joyous voyeurs. Still no ally in the discard pile except for Gandalf. Don't have enough for the Dunedain Watcher, so won't be playing any more allies this turn. Questing, Theodred, Eowyn, Aragorn. Give the resource to Aragorn. Aragorn readies. Lorien guide. Put a progress on. Card is the Highlands. 1 threat, 1 progress, 1 victory point. Travel. In order to travel to the Highlands, the players must reveal the top card of the encounter deck and add it to the staging area. Not too bad. That's 1. Theodred is 1. That's 4, 9, 10. Smash them on him. Putting us on 15 victory points. Not long to go. Let's go to the Highlands right now. Reveal the top card. Ooh, the Orc Horse theme. Doomed 2. Orc Horse Thieves get +1 attack through each location in the staging area. Well, they don't have any plus attacks, so that's good. They won't engage, but they are 3 threat. They only have 1 attack as well. I think this is going to be a good time to take them. Right, so we'll engage the Orc Horse Thieves. Faramir will defend because he's got the same amount of attack as the Dunedain Watcher, but he's much tougher. Another Highlands. So 1 attack, 2 defense, nothing happens. Aragorn hits back with 3 + 1 from the Dunedain Watcher. Is 4 - 2 is 2 wounds. Right. Gosh, an enemy. We're so shocked. Thread it by 1. Go round to 8. Everyone readies. And resource for everyone. Gain a card. Steward of Gondor. Heck yes. Spend 2. Spend 2. Gain 2. Excellent. Then I had some blinking allies in the discard pile. Okay, let's get the Longbeard Orc Slayer into play. He must have smelt those horse thieves. Let's also do a bit of the shimmy dance. Let's deal 1 damage to each orc enemy in play. We'll take that when it's got 2 defense. Should be dead this turn now. Right then, questing. Theodred, Eowyn. Aragorn gives the resource to Aragorn. Aragorn readies. And the Lorien guide. Puts 1 progress onto the Highlands, immediately finishing it. Evil Storm. Deal 1 damage to each character controlled by a player with threat 34 or higher. Thank goodness the Gladrum's greetings. Even with the Orc Horse Thieves, we were okay. Tons of progress. Right. Oh, hang on. Wasn't there a thing? If there are no locations in the staging area, it gains Surge. So, another card. The North Stair. After throwing into the North Stair with the top card of the encounter discard pile to the staging area, resolve any when revealed effects on that card. Whew. Right, well, let's travel there. Let's reveal that. Nothing happens. Oh, actually, does that Surge? The first treachery during the quest phase. Cool. And it's the travel phase, so we're okay. Right then, here. So the Orc Horse Thieves defend with Faramir. Nope. And a good way to get rid of them. Tinks off him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. -2 is 4 wounds. Kill the Orc Horse Thieves. There we go. Sorry, Longbeard Orc Slayer, but you're not going to do much else this game, I don't think. Throw it up by 1. Round marker to 9. If we get this place, then we're on 19 victory points, and we're very close. Ancient Matham. It's a good one with all these locations to explore. 3 resources. Can't afford the Dunedain Watcher. So let's attach an Ancient Matham. Whoa. Okay, I don't know why the cards are slipping so much this one. Right, Theodred, Eowyn, Aragorn, give the resource to Aragorn. Aragorn readies, Lorien guide. Boom. Deal 1 damage to every blinking character committed to the Every exhausted character. That sucks. And there's no location, so it gets Surge. Enchanted Stream. Right, that's 2. Tons of progress. More than finished Northern Stair. The North Stair, sorry. Sounds like something from Game of Thrones. The North Stair. Ancient Matham, draw 3 cards. Another Longbeard Orc Slayer. Another Dunedain quest. Another Ancient Matham. Well, there we go. Let's travel to the Enchanted Stream. Oh, actually, no. Now let's keep the Enchanted Stream there so that if a treachery comes out, it doesn't surge. Yeah, we're more than covering the threat allowance with who we're sending questing, although Eowyn is now dangerous to dying, so I'd rather not send her. Actually, we will go then. Yeah. So we don't get to draw a card. Which is a shame, because that's rapidly becoming my favourite part of the game. Round 10. Threat 35. Don't draw a card. Okay. Resources. Right then. Ancient Matham on the Enchanted Stream. And let's go with another Dunedain quest on Aragorn. Right, so questing, not Eowyn this time. Theodred, Aragorn, spends a resource to ready. Lorien Guide. So that's 4, 6, 7, 8 against nothing. That should be more than enough. Lorien Guide puts a progress on there. Treacherous Fog. Each location in the staging area gets +1 threat to the end of the phase. Then each player with threat 30 level Howard chooses and discards 1 card from his hand. I'll discard Ever Vigilant. And Surges, because there's no locations. Slick Footing. Remove 1 progress token from each location in play. Then discard the top card of each player's deck. For each card, each token discarded that way, we lose a Dunedain Watcher. They seem to be everywhere. Right, so that's more than enough progress to completely smash Enchanted Stream. Ironically, Enchanted Stream now lets us draw 3 cards. Ha 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 ha. Northern Tracker, Gladrum's greetings, Gandalf. Absolutely freaking awesome. Wow, the threat reduction that's going to come out next turn is disgusting. Okie dokie. I almost wonder if I should sneak attack Gandalf. No, I could do it next turn anyway. Oh my gosh, I've been completely forgetting about Steward of Gondor. So many attachments on Aragorn. Oh, he should have 2 more resources. Well, I made the mistake. Okay, everyone comes back. Thread it by 1. Oh, so many there's a lesson in not putting... Oh, Watcher Traveller, awesome. Not putting so many resources, not putting so many attachments on each character. Right, now we're looking much more affordable. Okay, Gladrum's greetings for a start. Let's get us out of Danger Town. Good. And see, now Northern Tracker would normally be an automatic insta-play, but I can't really utilise him fully yet. Right, let's get the West Road Traveller into play. And we'll hold on to the resources. We'll probably sneak attack in a Gandalf later. So, questing, Theodred, Aragorn, readies. Don't really need to send the Lorien. Send the Lorien Guide. And the West Road Traveller. If there is an active location, remove all progress from that location and turn it to the staging area. If there is no active location, it gains Surge. It already had Surge, so is that Surge? I presume so. So double Surge. The East Wall of Rohan, while it is the active location, non-Rohan characters cost 2 additional matching resources to play. And Longbeard Orcs, choose 1 character currently committed to the quest, deal 2 damage to that character. Sorry, Lorien. No, we should kill off the West Road Traveller. Right, should be cheaper to get back in through standard fights. That's 6. Aragorn is 6. So that's 7, 8. Not that we needed the progress anyway. Right, let's travel to the east wall of Rohan. The Dol-Guldur Orcs will engage. Okie dokie. Ooh, interesting. That means Gandalf's going to cost 7 to play next turn if they want to play him again. But for now, in the combat phase, sneak attack, bitchin'. Sneak attack Gandalf into play. Lower my threat by 5. Because I'm all about that score. No treble. Down to 25. Let's have the Dol-Guldur Orcs. They can attack Faramir. After this attack resolves, return the attacking enemy to the staging area. Fiddlesticks. Doesn't do any damage, but runs away from all my loyal warriors. Gandalf goes back into my hand. Threat goes up by 1. Round 12. Gotta think this is the last round now. Resource. 3 resources for Aragorn. This bodes well, because it means we've got enough to play Gandalf again for more threat reduction. Card. Unexpected courage. Jeez. Now the rains, but it pours. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, we can play Gandalf again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wonder how that works. Matching resources. Gandalf doesn't have a matching resource. Well, I'll pay the 7, because I don't mind. But interestingly, I'm wondering if I actually have to pay that. Lower my threat by 5. Questing. Oh, I was about to send everyone, but that would be risky. Right. Send Aragorn, Lorien Guide, Dunedain Watcher, Longbeard Orc Slayer, and Gandalf. And this way, even if we get some horrible treacheries, we'll be fine. Necromancer's Pass. Beautiful. So there's 5, 4. Oh, Faramir exhausts. So there's 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, he put a progress on them already. 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 17, minus 4, 5 is 12 progress. Smash the east wall. And win the game! Emyn Muil always has a ridiculous score thing anyway because of the number of victory points people rack up. But let's see what this one would be. So that's 7 there, that's 10 there, that's 17, 20, 22 victory points. 2 wounds to a character, so that's essentially 20 victory points, 21 threat, 1 score of 1. Well, that's just silly. Score of 1. Well, I thought Emyn Muil would be a bit of an easy one with my travelling group, and it turned out to be the case. I was pretty fortunate with the treacheries. Only saw one of the rock slides, so it could have been much, much, much worse. Right then, next one is the Dead Marshes. I don't know that quest nearly as well, so I'm really interested. Excellent. On to the next one.